mic. Okay, my mic is working now. That's good. Be able to change. All right. You know what? I think I need to get some music going on here. Okay, so the pens needs to be slightly darker here. Hello, hey guys. Thanks. I'm working on the color part of this illustration. Hopefully, we'll get it sorted today. Like how I normally do this, I would just firstly create a block color, and then on top of the block colors I'll start to add things little by little. But anyway, this is not a very easy one to do because he's in this like very strong backlight. I'm probably not gonna make everything like exactly correct in terms of lighting. Yeah, because if it's correct, then we'll see a big silhouette. That's it. There's no more color information there. So what I'll do is I'm gonna try to make this a little more illustrative. So we can see he's under the lighting condition, but we can also see the good part of the color that's on him. So yeah, that's how it works. Oh, thanks guys, you guys are so kind. Right, yes, hopefully we'll get it done today. I haven't really decided what a lot of color needs to be honest. I'm just doing this while on the go, and if I decided I'm gonna change the color to a certain color, I will just do that. Like for example, I'm still considering if I should give him like white hair or not. I'll probably give him white hair because he likes Gojo. He dyed his hair white. Hello, hey guys. Thanks for your likes. Really appreciate that. Hi, how you guys going? Alright, so as usual, the bottom part of the hair, I'm gonna give it a little bit of gray color. Actually, I supposed to add a bit of a blue there, but I think gray would potentially work a little better. Thanks for liking this. Yeah, the camera I used to record my hand and stuff, that color information is not very accurate. So the actual color is the ones above that. That's why I'm using two views here. I hope you can see it very clear. Thanks. Being struggle. No, don't say forever. This is like a long way before forever. I'm drawing pretty much every single day, right? Because that's my job, and that's like a little practice every day, I suppose. Yeah, if you do that, you're probably gonna draw really well as well. Thank you. Thank you, Sophia. Okay, now I am there's a Lunara there. Hi, Lunara. hand drawn. What do you mean? Hand drawn works. I'm using Photoshop at the moment. Yeah. So this is on my computer. I know there's some like really good softwares, stuff like Procreate and things, but Photoshop is still the one that's most comprehensive. Don't feel that. Drawing is something that you will do whenever you feel like you can pick it up. And plus, you don't have to draw things that's too hard. Let's say you like somebody's drawing and you want to learn that. That's probably going to be a long way. But instead, draw something that you're familiar with, like a little still life landscape. And cute little characters. It seems like those are easy, but the easiest stuff will help you build up your confidence, and later on, it works for you. Yeah, if you just come and draw like really difficult stuff, yes, it is going to make it very hard for you to continue. So it's best to start something simple. Like I'm drawing, I'm working on my first ever manga, and this is the illustration of the manga. But the actual manga artwork is not going to be in this level, because I know if I draw something like that, there's no way I will be able to finish the manga. So the actual manga is going to be in like a super duper simple style. Yeah, nothing like that at all. But then, if that's the first thing I'm going to do, I'll pick between get it down without like very good quality, or having very good quality but not really getting it down. I'll probably pick getting it down, because I think completing that is more important than having a super good quality. Of course, quality is good. But you have to invest a lot of time and energy into it. But then it's just my hobby. I had to do other artwork, so I can't really make or spare like too much time on that. Yeah, so that's the thing. Okay, I'm happy with what I got so far here. Good thing about Photoshop is you can rotate the images however you prefer. You see, you can just move it to the right angle that you want to draw, and that will work. For a lot of illustrations I create, sometimes drawing the lines are quite tricky if it's in the wrong angle. So, but if I can tilt my canvas like in real life, I can move my paper around, right? And on Procreate, you can just move your iPad, or you can rotate your canvas. But in Photoshop, yeah, you can just rotate your canvas like that. So there are lots of very good functions built in already. You guys definitely should give it a go. I think you can download the beta version for free. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm gonna go back to the design of the outfit because it looks pretty cool. Gonna make a slightly darker shades. Okay, now the bottom part. Alright, so that's this area here. But never drew anime since I love. Yeah, drawing OC is good. You know, having your own character is always good because you then can explore a lot more towards the character. Yeah, I'm really enjoying the process. Like at the moment, I've done 3 or 2 times of the draft of first couple of chapters of my manga, and then I realized there was no enough drama into the story yet, so I had to push it back and do it again, and then I like redesigned the characters, redescribe the characters so I can come up with a better like a conflict between them. And I quite enjoy the process because every single thing I think about the characters will become a little more and more alive. I really like the feeling of, you know, building something from ground up. Thanks. Yeah, I like the background too. But it's going to be, the background is still going to be just like work in progress because what I'm doing right now is only to create would you describe this? What I'm doing right now is only to create a guide for my illustration with markers. So this is not going to be the final one. Who is that? Oh, that's just an OC. You never practiced marker. No, of course I did. If you look at my channel, you'll know how many marker works I did. Probably thousands. Yeah, but digital is something that every artist will like. I mean, if you're a commercial artist, you just have to know how to do this because it's more efficient, right? That's just how the commercial world works. Yeah, something you can't avoid. Markers and digital are like two completely different setups. However, if you have the basic knowledge about color, then you can bridge the gap without too much trouble because there's not really that much gap anyway. Yeah, so a little bit strange about the situation we have now. Nowadays, a lot of people claim that their artwork's been stolen by AI and stuff. That's why digital artist becomes, you know, a bit of a risk if you put your artwork online. But if you don't put your artwork online, then you don't get to how do you call that? You don't get as many popularities as you should have, and you don't get as much job, which is such a dilemma. Huh? What are you talking about? Fufu SZ. I have no idea. What are you talking about? I actually don't play Elden Ring. Okay, now come back to this part. Yes, I guess I accidentally set this in like games and stuff, which is not a good thing. Do your wrist? Oh. Wow. That's pretty cool. I never thought about that. That's thanks for the offer. I gotta think about that. That's such a good idea. Yeah. Do your wrist feel numb? No. What makes you think my wrist feel numb? Is that because I'm wearing this? This is not because my wrist feeling numb. This is more like may can smoothly move my hand on the screen because the screen on my screen is like a layer of anti-glare reflection kind of thing. So it's matte. It's not a very smooth surface. Now my hand, if I'm just like want to move around, having this thing can help me to move smoothly on the surface. But thanks for asking. I actually do have a bit of problem with my elbow. That's for sure. That's because I've been drawing for too long and my elbow started to complain. Yeah, it's like tennis elbow kind of thing. You kids won't experience that type of stuff. Yeah, only old men will have that. Thank you. Yeah, I will. Thanks. My goal is to finish the coloring today, which is not too far from now, because I've been working on quite a bit. I haven't really decided what kind of texture should I add to the outfit here. It will. Yeah, I will need to add something. Okay, so the bottom part of the sword, move on to the darker shade. I think people will get bored looking at this because this is the fourth time I streamed the content now. The first couple of ones I was doing the shape and sketch, and then the second is the basic coloring. I think the basic coloring, I have 2 batch working on the background and stuff. Now is the detailed rendering of the character. I hope you guys don't get bored. Name a car for added. Hi. Yeah, I don't know what car. Name a car. What car do you like? Oh, I recently have a car that I really want to try. That is the Jimny from Suzuki. So Suzuki Jimny. That seems like a good car. Now, yep. I think I'm happy with the basics around the upper area. I will move to the lower area very soon. Right, that's the upper part. I think I'm gonna move on to the legs here. Yeah, so basically this area needs to be a little more, how do you put, not more foldy here. So that's that. Gonna need to have darker colors to start with. Maybe I should just check in the color first. Yeah, I should do that. Alright, now select, expand to, okay, that should be good. Alright, now I'm adding a bit of darker shades here. Okay, now it goes up a little bit. Make it slightly lighter. Huh? What? Hello? Why is great for what? Thanks. Now I'm adding few lines here. the bottom part of the pants needs to have receive reflections from other areas, so a bit like extra reflections, or maybe just reflections from the lights that's in front of it. No, then that's not a reflection then. Looks kind of dull. Okay. Alright, now that is the pants. We're gonna go down to here, the color for the like a socks. Expand. Alright. Again, the upper part will have shadow. This is a OC, so it doesn't have a name yet. Yeah, I need to think about who he is. It's quite interesting, the actual process of story creation, because I really like how things kind of work out slowly, and it's like you gradually digging out some precious treasure. Yeah, and you know most of them are buried deep inside your brain, and you need to find a way to let it out. Quite an interesting experience. Yeah, the story is already there. I am rewriting my first couple of chapters because it wasn't too dramatic. So I'm actually rewriting that. But as I mentioned, the actual story, I'm gonna make manga out of the story, but the manga is not going to be it won't be the same with like the style I'm drawing right now. It's going to be just like super simple and minimum kind of style. Yeah, not because I'm lazy, it's just because that's something I feel like it's actually achievable. Yeah, if I do something too complicated, I may not be able to finish that. Yeah. Yeah. I think in one of my previous live stream, I sort of talked about that. I talked about who am I drawing and all that kind of stuff, and I test a couple of different styles, and then a lot of people feel like the more complicated style works better, as you know, it's just better. But I know myself, if I do that, I probably won't be able to finish it. So I think at the end, I secretly decide I'm gonna do the easier one. Yeah, it is. Actually, thanks for understanding that. I thought not much people was gonna share the same opinion. Because at the end of the day, I really wish I can pump the story out. So if my skill is something that stopped me from pumping it out, I'll just try to bypass that. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about this. Go down, put on the shoe. That needs to be darker. So is this. Okay. Now this dude is standing between the monster, and I think it kind of worked. Wow, okay. What we are thinking about the same thing then. Yeah. Red kind of works for that. That is totally sure. A couple of small things. I want to use different type of color to add to them. Yeah. So that's how the overall shading of this guy look like. I'm pretty sure that the lighting is not accurate at all because he's got strong backlight, but at the moment from my drawing he has nothing like that. So what I'm thinking is that I may be able to just create a darker layer that goes on top of it. Well, that's a darker layer. Okay, that's a dark layer that goes on top of the existing one. And what I'll do is I need to think about how to make the dark layer show through. I'm going to try to use the lighter. Okay. Thanks. Your PFP is a dot, mate. Yeah, I can give it a try. I think I can. I'm unable to see it at the moment, but I can try that. How do I see? Oh, I can go to your channel, I suppose. Oh yeah, sorry, it's not a dot. My bad. It's actually a robot. Quite nice. I like the design. Did you draw that? It was a nice design. Yeah, I wish I have time for it, but probably after this one I might have to leave. But I really like the design there. You can drop me a comments after that, and then once I got time I can go back and visit your profile, and I'll be able to draw that. Yeah, but I got things planned today, so can't really do it today. You know what? I think I need to have a look how other people do this type of backlight stuff. I remember I've seen Legend of Zelda. They did really good design of the poster. The Zelda is That was, which one was that? Tears of Kingdom, I think that was. Yeah, that was super good design. I really like that. And then I'll have a look how he did, how that artist did the darker shades thing. Anyway, this is my first layer of darkness. Goes on top of it. I will have a look which one works with it. This one works well. Color dodge always. Yeah, color dodge always works with my brighter colors on that. Pretty good. Let me have a look if there's any other color that kind of works. What's this? Vivid color. Yeah, that one's pretty good too. I'll keep these two, and then that's no good. That's ugly. Okay, so basically I can do multiply or overlay or color dodge. Let's try overlay. Yeah, overlay worked pretty well too. Now I'm here adding some extra stuff on top of it. Time itself is cracked in the air. Thanks, man. Whoa. Whoa, that's cool. That's such a good concept. Yeah, I really like that concept. Planets fight for their lives. Okay, so the last bit I want to do here is to create some glowing affected area of the edge, just to make it look like he's actually get affected by the light. So he's not like he's just a piece of stick-on sticker. Yeah, color dodge or vivid. Vivid works better. Alright, now I think I've done some of the very basic stuff. I know I can do a little more to that, but I think so far it's good enough because he's in a warm tone and the majority of the background is in a cooler tone, and there's a strip of light in the middle of it. So still gonna draw more about your OC after this. Yes, I am going to do more. And I'm probably gonna go through a couple of panels of my manga in the live stream as well. But I don't think I will share that. I'll make shorts with it because people are not interested in those things. Yeah, this is OC. Thanks. I appreciate that. Yeah, so what else I want to show you guys? Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna make a little bit of things here. All white now. Okay, so I'm glad you guys like it because it's a bit challenge for me to create something like that. have a look. What else can I do with it? Yep. To do my yeah, I'm just trying to test out some of my OCs because I want to use the minimum kind of style to do that. So that's one of the styles that I might go for. Bro, I probably don't have time to do your PFP today. But I like that. Yeah, it's looking cool. Let me finish this one first. Yeah, this will be a very easy way of creating a character, isn't it? Not as impressive, which I know, but it works. You can tell the action. You can tell what he wants to do, right? He's about to strike. So yeah, we can see that. Boy. Yeah, I probably can't do that today. Sorry, guys. But you know what? Thanks, Good Vibes. What's your PFP now? Let me have a look at your channel. All Good Vibes. Okay. This is this is one of my OC still acting. Okay, up to that. Good Vibes. You don't even have a PFP picture. That was text based, right? All right. This is Good Vibes. Very good vibe. I like that. And this is Gary. Gary, you're gonna have to tell me what this is. Where is this guy come from? Whoop. I can't really see the bottom part of this. So is it like that? Anyway, I guess it kind of worked, and he's holding something. I'm pretty sure you guys will perhaps leave in some comments here, but I can't really see, so you're gonna have to, because I'm looking at the drawings right now. Is he holding a sword? Okay. Gary, he's holding a sword, right? What are the little things? What are these? What are these little things dangling around him? This reminds me one of the villains from Spider-Man. Oh my god, I think there's a small problem now. Oh, okay, so he is holding a lightsaber. Okay guys, I might have a bad news for you guys, because it hasn't been refreshed for a while, right? Thanks. If you go to channels, okay, make a big circle. Who is this? And that, and that, and that, and very cute little eye here. There you go. Is there a dot in the middle for the nose? I don't know if there's a dot, but I'm gonna put a dot there. Do you have another phone? No, I don't, but I can open another tab. I'm on my computer. Oh my god, Galaxy Gatto. This is cool. How do you do that? That's such a beautiful character there. To be honest, a lot of the pictures I don't really see I can't really see the whole thing because my setup and my display kind of stopped other tabs from shining too bright. Sorry, the face is way too big. Gonna have to change this a little bit. Do it again. My bad. Gonna have to do it again. It's here. And it's like this. Right, I really can't really see what's going on with the back of her. I'm just gonna create something like that. And that is, I suppose, her dress here. Alright, there you go. That's for Galaxy Gatto. Hope you like it. Oh my god, what happened here? uh, Good Vibes already done that. Did you change it? Okay, Good Vibes to go to channel. I can't really do that. That's really hard for me to write that. It's a good. Oh my! I don't really know how to write it like that. Vibe. Stay. Of mind. I'm sorry, my writing is horribly bad, okay? uh, right, where am I? Yeah, okay. Hey, welcome back. What's better than mine? Alright, we're gonna do one last one here. Go to channel because I might have to go now. I will need to do Riruro's profile pic here. And in my very weird and croaky style. Alright, now. Okay, so yep, that is Riruro's PFP. Okay, guys, please don't cry. Can you color all the PFPs? Oh, yeah. Tell me about my handwriting. It's horribly bad. And this is a very special. This is a very special one. Now, sorry, I don't get time to color that. Well, this will be it for today. I really wish to add something to. There's only one, like a normal one, which is here. But yeah, because my style is quite quirky, so. Alright, guys, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate that. By the way, if you have artwork you want to upload to the community, and let me have a look. I really want to see that. Yeah, I can give you some comments if you don't mind. And that's the end of the stream today. I am really appreciate you guys stay with me. Happy weekend, and I'll see you in the next stream. Okay, bye.